I clear? Or if you disagree, you can drop.
I got a clean heart, steady pace, walking it out by faith and grace. I don't live by what my flesh says do. I'm alive in the spirit, walking true. Every step got a little more life. Every choice got my future bright.
So we don't care about a finesse definition to say, oh, it just means one who submits to God. That's not what a Muslim is, because anybody.
All right, so you're being dishonest. All right, take
because
care.
anybody can
All
submit
right,
to
Satan. All right.
anybody can submit to
Okay,
any
Satan.
God. Anybody
Okay.
can submit to any God.
Host, can you let me talk, please?
Watch your head. I'll bring you back up when you learn not to come off your mic when somebody else is talking, and also when you recognize that this isn't a Muslim majority country.
I'm alive in the spirit, walking true. Every step got a little more life. Every choice got my future bright. When love leads and joy comes through, goodness grows in the things I do. I don't need a world to approve.
So let me finish what I was saying. What I was saying is, they use the term Islam or Muslim to claim that that's one who submits to God. But the question is what God are you submitting to? And Allah is not the God of the prophets. He's not Yahweh. These are two distinct beings. One exists, the other one doesn't exist. He's just paganistic, which is Allah. So Islam is pagan monotheism. All right, go ahead, Yona.
Thank you very much, host, for keeping the order. Thank you very much for that. So actually, you're actually right, because the very, very basic fundamental principle of Judaism, and I'm Jewish, as you, I guess you understood that. We say, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Listen, Israel, our God is one. So we were submissive to the one God, the God of Moses, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, much, much, much before the guy in the cave he thought he spoke to Jibril, and he made the fake Quran. So it's so annoying that these people are so arrogant. You know, even the saying, when they say Allahu Akbar, you know what? Do you understand Arabic? Do you know what this means? When you say Allahu Akbar, it doesn't mean Allah is big. You say Allah is the biggest. Is the biggest of all. Biggest of all the other gods. So even then, they came last. And they make a very, very big mega mix. They took Christianity, they took the Judaism, make a big, big mega mix. And we can say that the biggest lie contains about 70% truth and 30% bullshit. So they took the Bible, they took the Torah.
Watch your language, bro. Watch your language.
Sorry, I apologize for that. So, I asked them sometime getting the debate, and I say that King David, he was a Muslim. I say, how come? When King David actually was judging his own people, he was judging them according to the Torah law that was given by Moses. Say, no, he was judging them according to the Sharia. Are you for real? Wow. Yeah, they also they also believe in the tooth fairy. That's why I'm asking them. Everything is bullshit,
All right. Watch the language, bro.
So, sorry for that. So, according to what you said, Jesus was never a Muslim. No, I'm Jewish, like you, Jesus. Because Jesus was never a Muslim, but he was never a Christian, though. He was Jewish.
All right. So, I want to get to the whole thing about you coming up here and siding with the Christian position, because that's what we are. But why is it that so many Jews today side with Muslims against Christians? I see that all the time, particularly on other apps. There's only a couple of Jews like yourself that I've ran into that call Islam out and Allah being a pagan god and all that stuff. But for the most part, you got a lot of rabbis for Judaism and stuff who are coming out claiming that Muslims and Jews worship the same God and all that. But you don't seem to be one of those guys.
You have a very good point, my brother. Some Jews say that, for example, a Jew can enter a mosque, but he could not enter a church because, and I'm going to be very respectful and try to say, we never accepted the principle of the Trinity, Because according to our God, according to our Torah that was given to Moses, God says, I'm an entity. I'm not human. I do not eat. I do not sleep. I do not go to toilet. So all the idea that you take a human being and make him your God, between you and me, I don't think that Jesus actually meant that he is God. I think it was actually done after he left this world. It was done by his students, John and Peter, and by the Romans, by Helena and Constantinus, that actually developed the Christianity and took, to my own belief, the story of Hercules and make Jesus God like the Hercules story. But according to that, this is why actually we did not. According to our belief, you're right, you are closer to Islam than to Christianity, because Christianity came from the Jewish roots, because Jesus and also all the first 10 pupils were Jewish. They were kept Shabbat, they were circumcised, they went to the temple, they were celebrating Passover. And today I cannot see any connection between the original Judaism of Jesus and his pupils and the Christian of today. You don't keep Shabbat, you don't circumcise, you don't eat kosher. So, and actually, you took a human being and make him a God. So this is why the rabbis say that the Trinity for us, and again, it's not disrespectful, is completely abomination, because the Trinity for us
but let's just focus on something right quick. So number one, there was no monolithic Judaism in the time of Jesus or in the Second Temple period.
I don't agree with you.
Okay, show me how there was. Show me how Judaism was monolithic. It was one thing, and there were no differences amongst the sects of Judaism.
Okay, there was the temple, and there was actually the Judaism of today. Okay, so they all accepted they were fulfilling.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. The Judaism of the day is post 70 AD Judaism. It's a Judaism that lacks a temple and lacks a Levitical priesthood.
You're right, because the temple was ruined. So what's happened that after in the second century, so it was the Sanhedrin who actually they're concluding because we got in Mount Sinai 2 Torahs. One was the spoken one, what you call Gemara, and after that Talmud, and was the first one that written one that it's the Torah, you call it the Old Testimony. So after the temple was ruined by the Romans, so actually in order to to compensate for the lack of the temple, so they made the synagogues, let's say, as a substitute to the temple, and actually instead of sacrificing the sacrifice that used to be in the temple, so they instead of that they put the praise and the Gemara and the Talmud, and that's it. So they need to come for some kind of a compensation. So according to what you're saying, it's not really true, because it was all the time over there. But until the time of after the temple was actually ruined, so they put the spoken Torah into writing, and they make the Gemara, and after that the Talmud. But it was always there.
But you're talking Torah Shebe'al Peh, right?
Yes.
As opposed to Torah Shebe Katav. Now, there is no such thing as Torah Shebe'al Peh. That's something that was developed.
Are you sure?
No,
sure
I must correct you. Because
there is no oral Torah.
No, it's written specifically in Exodus. Let me just finish my sentence. It's written that Moses gave him Torahs in plural. He was given 2 Torah. One was written, and the second was by. This is why he stayed in Mount Sinai for 40 days and 40 nights.
It's written where? Where is it written?
It's written in Exodus that when Moses was actually receiving
I need the
Torah,
chapter and I need the verse in Exodus. We got the book.
I'm gonna get to it in 1 second, because I need to go out of this life. But if you go and Google to the place that Moses was receiving the Torah, and he stayed in Mount Sinai for 40 days and 40 nights, I guess you know it as good as me. He was giving Torahs. It was in plural. In Hebrew, Torot. It means that one Torah was the written one, and second was by heart. This is why he was staying in the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights.
Go ahead and find it. Go ahead and find it. And
Okay, I'm gonna let my brother Menki, because I know for another debate, I'm gonna let him talk because he knows also very good my thing, and I'm gonna make some homework and I'm gonna get back to you. Okay, my brother.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. For until he will get you that verse. So you claim that
Do
there
you
is
know?
no
Do
such
you
a
know the
thing as
verse,
order.
Minkins?
I'm gonna direct you to another thing because he gonna direct you to that
No,
one.
I'm asking you.
But I'm
Do
gonna
you? I'm
direct
asking
you
you,
into.
bro. You hear me talking? I'm asking you. Do you know the verse?
He will deal with that. I'm gonna deal with
Okay,
another
but
if it's
if
okay.
it's a well-known fact that there were two
Oh, so
Torahs,
no, never mind. So I will
Shabbat
let him
Pei,
handle it.
Torah
Thank you.
Shabbat
Have
Pei, and
fun,
Torah
bro.
Shabbat Katab. If that was true, then you guys should know that verse. See, he bailed
Okay.
out.
Can you, yeah.
All right.
Are
All
you
right.
with me, my brother?
Your
Are you
buddy
with me?
bailed out.
No, it's in chapter 19 and 20. 19 and 20 in Exodus.
Exodus 19 and 20.
19 and 20, that's speaking about how the people of Israel received the Torah together with Moses. In the beginning, they were standing close to him in the mountain, and then they heard the thunders and the noise, and they were afraid, and they went away from the mountain because they were afraid because they could hear the word of God. And then Moses stayed there for 40 days and 40 nights.
You said,
He
yeah,
went
we know the story, bro. We know it. All right. So verse what? You said chapter 19 or 20?
19 and 20, it's speaking all the story about Moses when he was 40 days,
Are
40
you
nights
saying
in Mount Sinai.
Are you saying chapter 19 and
19,
20 or chapter
yes.
19
No, no,
verse 20?
no. Both 19, 1, 9 and 22, 0.
One,
Both of the
okay,
chapter.
okay, bro. Do I need to read both chapters or is it chapter 19 verse 20 or is
No,
it chapters
two
19
chapter.
and chapter 20?
But let me point my finger, please. What do you want to see? That he was given two Torahs, not one? That's
Yeah,
your question?
two Torah, Shnei.
Okay, let me do my homework, my brother, and get back to you. 1 second.
I thought you did. I thought you already did. 19 and 20. Yeah, I know the story, and there's nowhere in there where it says they were given two Torahs. Oh my gosh. Now the other guy, he knew he was hemmed up, so he bailed out. So my Jewish brothers and sisters in humanity, I am I am kind of well versed in Judaism. So it's not going to be a cakewalk when you guys come up here. I'm going to subject you guys to the same rules and regulations that I do for Christians and Muslims, and that is you have to substantiate your claims with scripture. Let's bring Yoma back up. Yoma, what happened? I didn't drop you, so did you
No,
drop
no,
me?
no. It took me a few seconds, then it automatically dropped me. If you go to Exodus chapter 24, verse 12. So you said that,
24, 12.
yeah,
Okay.
24, Exodus 24, verse 12. Yeah, let me. Okay, so you go the stone and the mitzvah, the rules. So actually, the stone was the written one, and the rules, it was the spoken one. Okay, you go to verse 12 in chapter 24.
Okay, but yeah, I'm there, right? So you're the one that's Wayomer Yahweh El Moshe.
I can you bring it to the screen? Can you bring it to the screen in Hebrew, please? Can you bring it? Are you? Do you have this the source in front of you? Thank you.
I have the Hebrew in front of me, but I can't share my screen. So I thought you were going to share yours, but
Oh, I will try. I don't know. Listen, I'm very 1 second. Let me try to do it. Ooh, listen, I'm
all right.
57
So
years old, so
just for the sake of the audience, it says the Lord Yahweh said to Moses or Adonai, "Come up to me on the mountain and stay there so that I may give you the stone tablets with the Torah and commandments I have written for you for their instructions.
Exactly. It's the stone is the written word, the Torah, and they say, and the mitzvot. Mitzvot in Hebrew are the rules, the obligations. So the
Okay,
stones is the written one.
but once again, he says here, it says, the Lord said to Moses, come up to me on the mountain and stay there so that I may give you the stone tablets which were written by Adonai. He wrote those, right?
Yes, but also the mitzvot. The mitzvot.
With the law and the commandments I have written for their
No,
instruction. So it's all written down.
no. The transcription in English is not correct because if you go to
Okay,
the original.
what does the Hebrew katab mean?
1 second.
Kof
Can
tau.
you hear me now? He said that I'm gonna give you the Torah, the Luchot HaEven, a Torah, והמצוות. Luchot HaEven is the stone, a
Yep.
Torah is the actually that was written, and the mitzvot is the oral Torah. That's what is written in Hebrew.
No, it's not, bro. That is the word is
Are
katab.
you gonna teach me my language, my mother tongue?
I don't need to teach you your language. You're not saying what your language is supposed to be saying. What does katab mean?
1 second. I speaking in verse 12, it says, "Ve'etna lecha et luchot ha'even, Torah v'mitzvot." I'm speaking only about this verse. "Etna lecha," I will give you. Luchot ha'even, the stone. How do you say that? The stone. I don't forget the name in English. And a Torah is the Torah, and a mitzvot. A mitzvot is the by hard one. So I don't see your point. What are you talking about?
So we know what mitzvot means. Okay, but it's waha miswa, right?
Ve'amitzvot. I'm going to tell you what's the explanation. Let me one sentence by your permission. The Torah is written as code, okay? Because it's written as code and it needs to be interpretation because otherwise you will not understand the Torah. So this is why the Torah is written in code and the spoken Torah, what we call the Gemara or Torah Sheba'al Peh, you said before, is it's giving the explanation about what was written. I'm going to give you a lot of examples that something that's written over there you cannot understand, and the Torah Sheba'al Peh, it's actually giving you the detail how you should feel. Okay, so that's the explanation. Otherwise, you cannot understand what to do. Okay.
I disagree. That's not what the text says.
You can disagree, but you know that's the very fundamental.
Calm down. And he says, and I will give the tablets of stone and a law, right, and commandments which I have written that thou mayest teach them.
No, it said when it's written, we say it's written. It's speaking about the stone.
Okay, bro. Do you see you're halfway reading the text, right? What does Aser Katab mean?
What? Can you repeat that, please?
Lahoratam. Okay, so look at the text, right?
Let me do something.
Read the last sentence. Started et lachot ha'evan. Where's he at? Yeah, he's gone. So he was reluctant to mention katabti or katabati, which is comes from katab, and actually the Hebrew is in the kal stem, right, and it means to write. And so he's trying to say that this is an oral text. That lahod chai ben, katabi. So if you see that, you'll see that in the last clause of the text where he's trying to say that's a separate Torah.